Hey everybody, how's it going? Botaji, to the Bain, Bonoit, um, Slán agus Banna Cuimh go léir, etc. etc. How's it going? Um, it is a pretty shit day here in the Algarve. The weather's not nice for once. It's fucking rotten. It's been pissing rain all day. So apparently it's going to rain for the next week. Um, so, you know, for once I don't have to say, oh, it's a beautiful day here in the Algarve and make you all jealous. It's actually shit. Chin chin. Um, I got my hair cut. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there. That's not a bald spot, by the way. That's grey hair. I think I'll have to dye that or something. But hope you like. What am I talking about? What am I here for? Obviously, the world's a bit fucked up at the moment with all the shit that's happening. All of the bad crap with America and Donald Trump and so on. And something has sort of hit close to home. Well, not close to home, not close to me, but too close to Fabio, my husband. A colleague of his in where he's from in Brazil. He's been in touch with yesterday, I think. Sorry, the dog is going mad. Stop, Linus. Come here. Stop. Come here. Stop messing, will you? Stop messing. Stop messing. Say hello. Hi, hello. Hello. Stop rolling around. So shit is going down big time in the world. Obviously, we all know that with all the crap that's happening with Donald Trump and America and fucking Russia and troops and fucking everything. And it's really fucking worrying, nervous time. I know that I say fuck a lot in between my sentences, but that's how Irish people tend to speak. A lot of us, anyway. I'll try not to curse so much. I apologize. We use it like people say what, we say fuck. So I'll try to calm down on the old cursing, except when it's necessary. Something has happened that I thought was just hits close to home, but sort of and not really. Um, so the whole thing with that's happening with the deportations from America without due process, without just people coming up and being deported or being turned away at immigration and then being put into holding and so on is just absolutely fucking terrifying. Excuse me. There's that Canadian actress, Jasmine something or other. Her story is on Pod Save America, which is a really, really fantastic podcast. She talks to the guy, John Favreau, who runs it and tells her story. And it's really fucking scary and a bit mind blowing. And then there's obviously the other people who don't have her celebrity. There's the likes of the young hairdresser, stroke makeup artist, gay makeup artist who's completely disappeared, who's got nothing to do with any of the gangs. There's this new guy now. There's a guy who had a tattoo representing his brother's autism. He's been sent over to these super jails in El Salvador, and then there is a new guy who apparently is an American citizen. He's married to an American citizen, has a child, and now he's been sent off to these awful, awful super jails. And there is uproar about it now. Finally, the Democrats are starting to talk about it because obviously it's one of those things that Donald Trump really ran on was immigration, being very, very hardline on immigration. So no Democrats want to touch it with a barge pole because they want to be re-elected. They don't want to seem to be the party of fairness when it comes to immigration, which is just disgraceful, absolutely disgraceful. I mean, if you go to a country and you go there legally and through the legal processes and you have your day in court, due process, well, surely that's the whole mark of democracy. And the whole thing is that Trump is trying to dismantle that. He's trying to get rid of it. Him and his regime, him and his Project 25 are trying to dismantle that regime. But the reason I'm talking about this is a colleague of Fabio's, he's from Brazil, a colleague of his. Her son was going over to meet her. She was in America. She lives in America, and he was going over to meet her to visit and to stay for his tourist visa. But he got to immigration and they told him he wasn't allowed in. They brought him to like a room and they interrogated him and they asked him had he been there before. He said he had he, who is he going to? He said he was going over to visit his family. They went out of the room, apparently came back. They gave him a phone call, so he was allowed phone, and he was obviously panicking, phoning. And then they came back and asked him, have you ever worked in the States? He says, yes, I have done. And he didn't lie about that. And they were like, okay. And basically that's the last that they've heard, this family have heard from this guy, from her son, which is fucking terrifying because like this is obviously happening to anyone who has a brown complexion, no matter where you're from. They're from Brazil, they're from Rio. My husband's from Rio, and my husband is a very, very intelligent, very academic man. He's a doctor, and I would be absolutely terrified of him going to America to visit family or anything like that. Like, there's no way we are going anywhere near America. We were at one stage thinking of going on our big trip. We're going to go on a big trip. Last year we went to Singapore, hence the reason I'm wearing Dorothy's, which is a club which is a bar in the gay bar in Singapore, and I bought this T-shirt. So, and I love the color. But we were going to go to Palm Springs. We were thinking it was one of the trips may or may not have taken. So we were hoping to go there. I've always wanted to go there. I want to see the place, and because the population is there's like they say 70% of the population is gay. I'd love to see that. I've never been in anything like that before. So, shh, Theo, come here. All right, that's enough. Um, hello. So I've obviously never been in anything like that before. So it was going to be a holiday that we really wanted to go and do, and we wanted to maybe go see the Grand Canyon, etc. Absolutely fucking no way we're doing that now. And we're the type of people where we're two gay guys where we spend a lot when we go on holiday. We stay in nice places. We go out. We eat. We buy stuff. We have a lovely time. We don't hold back. Um, and basically now, because of all that shit that's happening, we are now not going to go near that place, not go near America until this Cheeto is out of office, until he's gone. And until the people around him are gone, because I don't know how much of this is coming from him. I mean, obviously, a lot of it is, but what I mean is, I think that the people around him are just feeding him with all of this hate and all of this horror. And what gets me, I suppose, what I just don't understand is like how normal, everyday people can be lovely. And I'm sure there's loads of lovely people who are Republicans, how they can sit back and let this happen, and how his approval rating is still in the high 40s. And it's mind boggling to me, even within 70 days he's been there now. And he's just completely and utterly fucked up the whole world order. And I'm just wondering, I'm looking at these people and I'm just wondering, how is it that you think this is okay? I know that like really hardworking, decent Americans are on the other side of it, who are desperately trying to band together now. They're trying to get themselves together. They're going to protest. I think tomorrow is a huge protest, or Saturday. There's a huge protest happening in America, and it's going to happen around the world as well. Believe it's happening in Lisbon here in Portugal. So people are now starting to get their act together and starting to go, holy shit, we need to get rid of this man before he absolutely and utterly fucks up everything. Um, and it's not just that; it's also, like there's the most disgusting thing I saw the other day, which was this woman, Kirsty Nome, I think her name is. She's like, she was the governor of Shitsville, I don't know, Idaho or somewhere like that.
or was
So now
excuse me.
she's like the Secretary of Defense or Homeland Defense or whatever you call it. And she fucking flew over to, and she's a Christian, like she's a Christian woman, a white Christian, and she flew over to this mega prison, and she's there, and she's standing there with all of these people behind her, all these men behind her with shaved heads and tattoos. It looks like something like it looks like I don't know, somebody standing in front of Auschwitz or something. It looks just horrific. It looks absolutely horrible. And she's there going, now, this is great. This is brilliant. This is where we're going to put all of you if you come to our country illegally. Thanks. I want to thank the president, and I want to make sure that we thank the president of El Salvador who let us do this. And just this vile awfulness coming out of her mouth. And it's like, she's supposed to be a Christian. Like, a Christian woman is doing this, is standing there while all of these people behind her are looking on helplessly. Now, that's how they deal with their prisoners over there. If they are murderers, if they are, rapists, etc., fair enough. That's where they should be. Absolutely. But the fact is that they've rounded up people. They've rounded up Venezuelan people because they say they're in gangs. And so many of them are turning out not to be in gangs. They're just Venezuelan. Like, they took a girl off the street, a Turkish girl off the street who was in college, because she wrote a piece in a college newspaper or something about Palestine, about being, not agreeing with what Netanyahu is doing. Who the fuck does agree with what Netanyahu is doing? The guy is ethnically cleansing Palestine. And I am not a Hamas sympathizer at all. I don't believe in it. I think they're fucking vile. I think what they did at the music festival is absolutely disgraceful. I think you should go and get them and they should be gotten rid of. Absolutely. But not the people who live in Palestine, not the children and the women and the men and so on who live there. He's just trying to get rid of them. He wants to get rid of them. He is, as far as I'm concerned, he's the Jewish Donald Trump. I mean, the man is an absolute fucking awful person, and his cabinet are all right wing, awful people. Like, one of the worst fucking people in America, I think. Really, one of the worst has to be Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's this disgusting, bad built, butch bodied bitch, basically. She's bleach blonde. If you touched her hair, it would probably pierce your fingers and you bleed. It's so badly dyed. And she's in Congress. She's been there. From Georgia. She's clearly from an extremely, extremely red state. She is such a fucking racist. The woman is incredibly racist. She's incredibly homophobic. She's incredibly transphobic. She's everything. She's just so disgusting, and she was so awful to a Sky News reporter, a British Sky News reporter, just I saw it the other day, who was asking her questions about the scandal that happened with Signal Gate, which was, all about the leaking secrets on this Signal app. And she was asking her about those, and the woman just literally just went, "I'm not talking to you. You're British. Go back to your own country. You've got problems with your own country. You've got rape, blah blah blah." Just absolutely vile to this reporter, and that's the sort of person that is in the Republican Party now. That they're the sort of people. Like Nancy Mace is another one who was a normal. Apparently, she was normal. I mean, I remember watching her a couple of years back, and she was a normal sort of Republican, if you can call a Republican normal, because I just can't. But she was a normal individual. And now she's just this mad, rampaging, anti-trans madwoman. Like, what happens when you join the Republican Party in America and you fall under the MAGA hat? What happens to you? You become just this robot for Donald Trump, this nut job for Donald Trump. And it's because they're all fucking terrified of the man. They're terrified of if he turns his ire on you, he's going to tweet about you. He's going to ruin your chances in your district. You're not going to get re-elected. You're not going. The power is going to be gone. And that's what it is. And now with Elon Musk there, who's going to pay for the primary. I mean, although very good news today. A Wisconsin judge, she got into power over the MAGA right wing guy, and she won by 10 points. I'll put her thingy picture up here. I can't remember her name, which is fantastic because Elon Musk apparently went and spent like 19 million on her, on trying to get this other guy elected, and she beat him like by 10 points. So fucking great. One of the great things about being in Europe, being a European, being so fucking woke. I am as woke as they come. I'm so proud of it. I think the whole world should live and let live and should do what they want as long as it's not hurting anybody, as long as it's not hurting any children, as long as it's not, fucking up people's lives. I think everybody should be allowed to do what they want. If you want to transition, you go ahead and you do it. If you don't feel right in your body, you go and you change that. And that's exactly how it should be. If you're gay, come out and be happy and marry and have children. If you're I don't know, black, you have all of the same things that every other person in the world has, no matter what color you are. And everybody should have healthcare, and everybody should have money, and everybody should be able to afford a house, and everybody should have a job and be happy. I'd love if the world was like that. That would be fantastic. And there were no wars and everything. I sound like Miss World. I don't mean to sound like Miss World. But I am as woke as they come, and I'm happy to be so. And I think we should take back the word woke. We should not have let woke become a bad word. It should needs to become a good word again, something that shows and shows that we are bright, that we are open, that we are, open to new experiences, and we want people to be happy. So we should take back the word woke. And in America, you've got the inclusion, equity, inclusion, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and that's become this bad word now. They've sort of gotten rid of woke, but it's now inclusion, equity, inclusion, and diversity, DEI. Anyway, uh, but they're now trying to make that the bad word. That's a bad thing, and basically all it is a way. It's a way to keep people down. It's a way to get rid of people, to get them out of their jobs. It's a way to stop women getting ahead. It's a way for black people to stop getting ahead, or people of color, or Hispanic people, or as long as you are white and Christian and, let's face it, a man, then you can get ahead, because we don't want anybody else. It is fucking ridiculous. It's so mad that this has been allowed, because they control everything. These guys in America, they control the House, they control the three areas of government, and they are allowed to do what they want to do. So these midterms that are coming up in I think it's 2 years time are so important, so that they get annihilated, that the senators get fucking annihilated, and we can stop this fucker Donald Trump and Elon Musk and all his minions. Stop them from doing this DEI rubbish, because all it is another word for racist. It's just a racist thing. It really is. God, I've been ranting, haven't I? I know, look, I'm just a normal fucking guy. I'm just a guy in the world, but it really does bother me. It's like, it gets to me so much, because I'm scared, and I don't want my life to be ruined. I love my life, and I love the people around me, and I'm scared that what's happening with Trump and him loving Russia, and Russia invading Ukraine, and then now Europe have banded together, thank God, and are going to put peacekeeping troops into Ukraine. I think that's all a bit fucking scary, because where does that lead to? Does that lead to Russia trying to arm itself again? Apparently, he's conscripted another 150,000 men into his army. Why is he doing that? Is that for Ukraine, or is that to come and start evading Europe? Which is really terrifying, um, for all of us, because that means war. It means World War III, maybe, which is fucking really scary. So it's scary.